I know you guys are probably wondering what this is. This is my Thor gag gift water bottle that my sister-in-law got me for Christmas. And I genuinely use it like I'm about to do right now. Just in case you're wondering, I am the only one that can lift that. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am Second Chance, and I'm here with yet another story time. This is going to be the story of how one music video made in 2016 went viral and then died. All right, it's not that dramatic, but it is it is a tale as old as time, the way that hearts unwind, Beauty and the Beast. I can show you. Moving on. All right, so let me set the scene for you, right? Peep it. I have an idea from 2016 because this was the time where like mumble rap and nonsensical music was like a thing. And if you listen closely, you can actually hear the song in the background. I decided I wanted to write a musical. See, this, what I'm telling you guys right now is going to be the unknown part of the story that nobody knows. I wanted to write a musical entitled Mike, and I have written it. The script is actually in my Google Docs, sitting there nice and safe. And one of the songs I had an idea for was this type of fun summery bop type of song that would be like the early you've seen musicals where like the early part of the musicals where it's all really fun and lackadaisical and things like that. That's what this song was supposed to be. And it was entitled Now Go. And when the time came to actually begin shooting the musical, the person I was working with on it backed out. He's my cousin, and you know exactly who you are. Do not make me call you out by name, because I will. Anyway, after the movie fell through, and keep in mind, we did auditions, we hired people, we were in the process of finishing up the last few songs, and then we were going to get into the studio to start recording them. Made sure that me and the woman that I was going to be working with were okay working with each other, make sure we're going to be okay kissing each other and things like that. And like I said, everything fell through. So I was like, man, this stuff is we're at a complete standstill and I can't have that. So I got to think of something. So I was like, you know what if I just take this song and I just turn it into a regular song, not part of any musical or anything like that, but just a song. So at the time I was working at an indoor trampoline park. That was how I was going to finance all of this. This is just going to be me. You know, the people that were working with me weren't going to be paid a lot, but I would pay them as much as I possibly could with whatever I was able to save by the time production started and by the time we released it. I was even in talks with a friend of mine who's in film about how I could actually like get this thing to play at festivals and things like that, because I had so much confidence that this was going to be that good. I decided that I'm going to turn this into a music video, and I was like, man, I really need production value. And if I can't get it in the realm of being able to hire a professional cameraman or professional dancers, then I could at least try to get a place that looks good. And the place where I worked looked pretty damn good. There was an indoor trampoline park. There were always people there, people laughing and joking, having a wonderful time. So I'm like, you know what? This is a fun boppy kind of song, so this would be the perfect place. So I reached out to the owner and asked, would it be okay if I shot my music video there? He took 2 days to reply to me, and he eventually said yes, I could shoot the music video there. I'm like, perfect. He's like, what day do you need? I said, well, I would prefer it to be a day where there are actually people here, and you can include in the waiver that on this particular day that a music video is going to be shot here, and if they are okay with their children or them being in the video, that this particular part of the trampoline park would be reserved for that. He said no. So I'm like, okay, well, what can I do? He's like, well, you know, on Thursdays we open later, so what you can do if you want is you can come in during the hours in which they were closed and you can shoot whatever you want to shoot. Cool, no problem. That's what I do. Now I need people to be a part of this. So I'm like, man, I can't hire anybody, but you know what? Everybody that I work with, we're all around the same age. We all love music and things like that. So what if I just ask them, yo, do y'all want to be in a music video? Like, do you just want to be in a music video? Like mine. They know me, they respect me. They'll say yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I reached out to a bunch of them and a lot of them said yes. I think I had like maybe 10 people, 10, 15 people. And turns out I got blessed that day because when I showed up, and I was so excited, man. I showed up like 2 hours before I was supposed to be there. That's how excited I was. Turns out they had to clean that day. So we had more people from my job there who were all like, yo, what are y'all doing? It's like, oh, we're shooting a music video. Like, oh, yo, let's do it. So you'll actually see one of the people in the shot, in the music video, he's wearing a tank top and sweats because he was actually working. And he stopped what he was doing to come and shoot the music video, to be a part of the music video. I appreciate you, Devontae, for that. Thank you. My sister-in-law played director for me because I didn't have a director. I was a director, but I was also the performer and the cameraman and the music man. I was everything. Like this was like a one-man show until my sister-in-law came on and helped me. Then it became a two-person show, and she was great that day. You know, she the truth of the matter is she was with me because my brother didn't trust me not to break his camera because I had already broken the tripod. And I just want to preface very quickly, I didn't break the tripod, but the part that cranks it up, that broke. And that wasn't my fault that it broke. It was the fact that when I went to go lock it in place, it kept spinning and the thing dropped and then it snapped off. That's what happened. So after that, my man was like, nah, bro, if you're going to use this camera, somebody got to be with you. Other than that, you can't use the camera. So that's how we ended up. That's the real reason why she was there. And then she just took it upon herself to then start directing. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm here for it because, fam, I did not have the energy nor the want. So, so the day arrives. I get there. I don't have any clothing for the shoot. So the Burlington Coat Factory just happened to open up at 8 that morning. We were shooting at 10. I ran to Burlington. I found myself a t-shirt. Like the clothing you see me in that video, I bought that day. That day, with the exception of the sneakers. Everything else I bought that day. And like I thought I was mad stylish, letting like the front of my headphones hang out the bottom of my, like one part of my headphones would be in the right pocket, the other part of my headphones would be in the left, and it would create this little like midriff line in the front. I thought it was really cool, but it was. I was 25, man. What do you expect? So now comes the shooting. I get there and they're not just cleaning, they're deep cleaning. So I mean, there's parts of the trampoline that are wet, the floor is wet, there's equipment everywhere. And then one of the managers is there, doesn't even know I'm supposed to be there. And she's like, and Misha, it's not your fault. It is not your fault. You didn't know. Misha was like, you know, we're cleaning. How are you supposed to shoot a music video here if we're cleaning? You know, like I'm not trying to tell you no, but it's an inconvenience because we got to do this and we got to do this. So she had to call Ghazi, and Ghazi had to say like, yo, this is fine, blah, 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 blah. And, then he goes, but I don't want Isaac jumping on the trampolines because I had to wear my sneakers. And I wanted to keep my sneakers on for the whole shoot. And he was like, if he's going to have his sneakers on, then he can't be on the trampolines. So she was like, well, here's what you can do. You can pretend to be on the trampoline, stand on the hard part, and just make yourself go up and down and make it look like you're jumping on the trampoline, and then just get other people jumping on the trampolines as like B-roll or whatever. So I do that, and everything's going good. The video's going great. Everybody shows up. We shows out. We have a good time. We laugh. We joke. We direct. It took about maybe 3 hours to shoot the whole thing, 3-4 hours to shoot the entire thing. It was a lot of fun. I went back home, started editing, took about 16 hours to edit the whole music video. I reached out to a few friends of mine to ask them to send some footage of themselves. They did. That's the people you see at the end of the video. That's my boy Rocco, Kyle, both of whom I've been friends with for 20 years, and Raymond, another good friend of mine. Another good friend of mine. Raymond is a good dude. And my brother as well. My youngest brother is in there as well. He actually walked in while I was editing. And he was like, I want to be in it. And I'm like, okay. He's like, here, just record me doing this. Just record me doing this. So I, his footage was shot on my phone. And that's how my brother got into the music video. Actually, both of my brothers are in the music video. So is my mother. At the beginning, the guy with the hat is my brother. And yeah. Anyway, so the video goes up. In like 2 hours, we do 300 views. And like less than a day, it was at 600. Less than a week, it was at over 1,000, and it was steadily growing, steadily growing, steadily growing, steadily growing. Time rolls by. It's been about 2 weeks. The video's doing great. Everybody wants to see it. Everybody wants to hear it. It's being played around the island. Legitimately, it's being played on the island. Being played at JCC out here, which is like a community center. So a lot of people out here actually know the song and whatnot. And promotion time comes around at my job, and they don't promote me. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, maybe they saw somebody else that they wanted to promote, whatever. Another promotion time rolls around, and a guy who was there a shorter amount of time than me gets promoted. And I'm like, why is this happening? So I messaged guys, and I'm like, yo, like, 2 promotional cycles have gone by, and they both passed me by. And I'd like to know why. Like, is it about performance or something? It's like, no, there's nothing wrong with your performance. We just felt that they were more qualified than you were to be promoted. And I'm like, all right. I mean, that doesn't really make sense if I'm the one that trained one of the guys you just promoted, but no problem. After that, I'm home one night and I get a message, and the message says, hey, it's from Gazi. He's like, hey, you know, I want you to know that I really, really, really appreciate you doing the music video at our place of business and advertising us and things like that, you know, but I'm going to have to ask that you take the video down. And I'm like, okay, what reason do I need to take it down? Like, what's the reasoning behind me taking it down? Now, before y'all go into, oh, well, he's the owner of the place. If he's just take it down, just take it down. Without just cause, it doesn't make sense to me. And I'm the type of person that asks questions until I'm satisfied. If it doesn't make sense, we're going to keep asking questions. So I'm like, okay, well, why am I taking it down? He's just like, oh, you know, well, it's just not the type of look that we did when you did the video. And I'm like, well, what kind of look? He's like, you specifically gave me a guideline you wanted me to follow. No twerking, no suggestive lyrics, no half-naked girls, nothing like that. I followed all of that stuff to a T. This is a family song. There's not even curses in the song. So what's the problem? I don't understand. And even you sent he sent a message like 2 or 3 days after the video came out, like to a group chat that we were all in on Slack. And he was like, just want y'all to know I was at a donut shop listening to the song, and I decided to do the dance while I was there, and I have no regrets. That's what he tells us. So we're all laughing and joking about it. And I'm like, well, respectfully, sir, the video is doing really, really well. It's bringing in more business on the island. I would like to keep it up. And he says, okay, no problem. Third promotional cycle rolls around, passes me up again. And I'm like, okay, why do you keep passing me on promotions? And he said, I'm just going to be honest with you. The longer that video stays up, you will not be promoted because you're proving to us that you're difficult to work with. And I'm like, difficult to work with? This is a project that I spent years on, literally years, from writing the musical to turning it into a music video to then finding the people, to then finding the people, to then putting all the hours into editing, to writing, to making the music, to recording it, all that. I put years of work into this thing. I'm not being difficult to work with. All I'm saying is that if you want me to remove it, then give me a legitimate reason as to why. If I violated some type of ordinance or code, then tell me that, and cool, no problem, I'll remove it. Then he goes, I want you to remove it because there is a former employee that is in the video that was incredibly disrespectful to me, and I don't like the fact that she's in the video while this video is in our place of business. And I'm like, you want me to take my video down because you don't like the fact that there's somebody in it that you don't like. When you watch this video before I even put it up, told me it was good, sent me a message saying that you did the dance while you were in a store and everything was good, which means you've watched this video multiple times and has seen this person. And now, about a month later, when I am crushing it, you tell me you want me to take it down. All because this person's in it. And I said, I can't do that. I said, I can't do that. I can't do that, and I'm not going to. You have a bias towards a specific individual that has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to take the video down. I'm going to keep the video up. He said, well, then we're going to have to take legal action against you. And I said, well, then you're going to have to take legal action against me. Simple as that. After that, my hours started getting cut. I was working 5 to 6 days a week, down to 3, then sometimes 2. Then if I was working more days, I was working less hours each day, which means my checks was still looking busted. And I'm like, yo, my man, like you're intentionally crushing me now, all because you don't like a specific person in a video. How is that fair? Explain to me how that makes me want to come to work. When you allowed me to shoot that music video there, I was like, yo, like this dude is cool. This is somebody I could work for in the long run. And then this happens, and it just makes me go, yo, like you're not that dude. So I talked to my family, and then he's like, listen, my boss goes, listen, I'll tell you what, take the video down, you'll get the promotion, which is what I wanted. I wanted the promotion because the promotion meant more money. More money meant more opportunity. So I'm like, fine, I will take the video down. I take the video down, and it crushed me to do it. That night I cried because I worked so hard on that. And because of needing to progress and wanting to be better and make more money, I sacrificed my creative freedom and my creativity. And you want to know what happened? He promoted somebody else. He promoted an 18-year-old over me. And I was like, you know what? I quit. I'm done. I worked my last day. They gave me a paper like, hey, we need you to fill this out because of blah, 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 blah. I grabbed the paper and right in their face, ripped it. They're like, what are you doing? You can't do it. I said, today's my last day. I'm not coming back. I am not coming back here. And people always tell me, oh, no, you shouldn't burn any bridges because what if you need to walk back on them? I said, that's the point of me burning the bridge. I don't plan on walking back over them again. And I never went back. And you want to know what happened to that place? He got sued. That place is now shut down and boarded up. And it is a wasteland over there now. The most business that place ever did was after my music video came out. When my music video dropped, mad people wanted to go there. And that song was requested to be played in that building while people were jumping. People had parties there and requested that song. That's how popular it got. And all because you didn't like one person who didn't do anything to you, by the way. You just didn't like the fact that she spoke her mind. If we don't talk about it, then talk about the whole thing. The truth of the matter is that this young lady didn't put up with your BS. She spoke her mind and you fired her for that. And she kept speaking her mind about it. You didn't like that aspect of it. That's what you didn't like. And the fact that she was there offended you. So you wanted her gone. Nah. But then you promised me something. Promised me something that I needed and what I thought I needed, but wanted more so than anything else. You used that as a bargaining chip to get what you wanted. And as soon as you got it, you pushed somebody else over me on purpose. Shiesty. And now your place of business is closed. Run down, you've been sued multiple times, and what do you have to show for it? Congratulations, you played yourself. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of my viral video that died. All because one man had a problem with one person in the video that happened to not be the person that was making that video. Gotta love it. You can't make this stuff up. I tell you, I have stories for days. So many stories that is incredibly unbelievable, but are 100% true. Get this video to, let's go with 10 likes. Get this video to 10 likes, and I will tell you guys about the time I got catfished. Not only did I get catfished, but I uprooted my life and moved to her home on the promise of who she said she was. And when I got there, it is not at all what it seemed out to be. My brother actually still makes fun of me for it to this day. He still makes fun of me for it. And this happened when I was like 25. Damn, a lot happened when I was 25. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. And I'll tell you what, if you guys want to fully see the music video, let me know and I'll re-upload it. It is a cringy mess of a masterpiece, but it was designed to be that way. It was designed to be as dumb as it could possibly be. And I loved every minute of it. I'm Second Chance, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Every day I get on the dancers everywhere. The dark diving mirror, they don't seem to get. So I came up with a new dance right here in my room. These lyrics don't make sense to me, but they just might to you. Now break. Those are really the lyrics.